Hello. 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 Sec. Hey everyone. I forgot to freaking finish my post. I need to post on Blue Sky. I wrote it up. I literally wrote it up, but I didn't post it. But we're gonna have a pretty short stream today. I'm just gonna do some rigging workies. Hi Aardvark. Hi. For context, what was this? When did this happen? It was like 3 months ago, but I had a dream that I re-debuted as like a bad girl. And while I don't identify with bats, I thought the design was very cool, so I made it real. Well, I made it real. And I'm going to rig it and sell it as an adoptable model. You may ask me why I keep making model adoptables when I haven't even sold a single one. It's because I'm crazy and I need to be working on a rigging project, or I go bonkers in the head. Hi Ray. Hi Jules. Hi everyone. Oh, let me turn my heater off. I'm getting hot. But yeah, if you missed the debut, this is the new model. Oh, let me actually I'll show you off the full thing. I still have to remember that not everyone has seen the new model yet. So I will be recording and streaming a showcase at some point soon. Hopefully sometime next week, early next week. But yeah. And if you missed that, I have 4 outfits because I'm crazy. I'm just gonna really quickly show them off. You'll see more detail in the showcase whenever I finally record it. This one's my favorite. And then I have I'm looking down at my stream deck because I have not memorized the locations yet. You see me looking down. I have different hairstyles. And then I have different earring style. I'm almost done. I think there's just one more. I have short hair. Yeah, I think that's everything. And then I have like arm toggles and stuff. Like that. But yeah, this is going to be a relatively do this and then this and then do this. This is going to be a relatively short stream because I have a movie that I'm going to watch with friends at like 8, which is in 2 hours. But I wanted to work on this and I wanted to get back in the swing of streaming, so I thought a good little short stream would be a good way to do that. I love the orange jumpsuit, big pants, the festivity. I love that outfit. It's definitely one of my favorites. It's one that existed on the old model, but I loved it so much I knew I had to bring it back. I think. Okay. Oh, one more thing that I want to show that I didn't show on the debut because I wasn't ready yet. If I have added, if you saw, sorry, my stream of thought. If you were at the debut, that you saw that I have a new set of mascots called the Beakers, and they're like my chat stand-in. Let me bring them up. Let me bring them up. That's the wrong image. I was using the same source as just to show off other stuff. One sec. That's me as a dragon. Get there. This image is huge. One sec. There you go. So, this is one of my new mascots. I'm not getting rid of one of my old mascots. This is just the new ones to add on. And I just today I finished making the stream avatars for them. So if you go into the stream avatars panel beneath the stream, you can become one of these guys. I just finished those. I do want to make, they're like good enough to be public. There is a slight edit I want to make to them because when I was animating the short guy, the one on the far right, when he walks, I made their liquid kind of like slosh around, and I thought that looked so good. So I'm going to go back and add that to the other ones because I didn't do that for them. I was like, wow, that looks really good. So I'm going to go back and add that, but they exist and they're cute. So that's one update from debut. But everything else is yeah. I'm working. I want to work on this model. I've been finished with the art for a while, but I was like, I want to work on this when I come back to stream. I want to show off my process. For a second, I thought Beaker as in the Muppet. No. He's a good Muppet, though. He's one of the good ones. I mean, they're all good. I think it's awesome that he is gay, even though he's not canonically, but he is. Because of that one scene where they're wearing each other's clothes. Okay. So, we're gonna do some lean real quick. Think about Bunsen and Beaker collabing with Helix Labs. Oh my gosh. If at any point they wanna hit me up, I'm down for a Muppet collab. That's not what I want. I want this one. I cannot guarantee that I wouldn't try to eat them, though. I'm sorry. I cannot deny the nature of who I am. I'm thinking of what I want to... I've been into doing the face before I do the head working, so I think I'm going to do that. Shouldn't take too long. I'm going to peel her real quick. A good Muppet mouthfeel. I don't even know if they would be good to eat. I just know my curiosity would get to the better of me. And I would want to see what goes on. If I don't end up eating them, I would probably at very least end up dissecting them. And that's why I don't get invited to places. Okay. I'm just not fully convinced that Muppets are fabric all the way inside. I think they might have some flesh in there. This is a toony eye style that I have not done before, so let's just see how I'm gonna figure this out. I just let them fucking die? Well, yes, it's all in the pursuit of science. Anything is allowed if it's in the pursuit of science. Indian dish goes like this, I think. This song is too intense for me right now. Actually, what I'm going to do, I'm going to switch to my Spotify music because I have my chill playlist there. Where's my Spotify? It's over here. Okay. And you can hear that. Yes. Yes. Okay, cool. Thinking about this eye shine, I might. Yeah, I feel like stretching will look bad. I might. What I want to do, I might have to redraw this and instead just have the shine go all the way down the lid, but it's just clipped to the lid, so you only see it when the eye is closed. But I have a potentially hacky solution that I want to try first. And then I'm going to get rid of this part. It follows the under the eye. Get rid of this guy. Yeah. Then move you down here. Trying to think of. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to redraw it. This isn't working. Unless I do this. Yeah, I'm gonna have to redraw it. That's fine. I will do that later. Lol. Let me know if the music's a little loud, but also I'm probably not gonna be doing that much talking. Oh, one thing I do want to talk about. I went to my first physical therapy session yesterday. Um, because for context, all for pretty much all of 2025, I was having what I thought were migraines, but I don't think they were. Um, yeah, I'll turn it down a little bit. What I thought I was having stuff that I thought was migraines, but I think might actually been some sort of neck and shoulder strain because I would like every few weeks or so I would get this like pain in my shoulders and the back of my neck um that would like basically incapacitate me and make me like really nauseous and be basically unable to do anything other than just lie down there. Which was one of the reasons of my hiatus, but not the main reason, but it did not help with my motivation of wanting to stream. Uh, but I tried like a lot of things. I like got a desk converter so that I could use it as a standing desk. I got new pillows. I started doing daily stretches. Um, all these things, and they were not working. So I finally went to my doctor. Um, and she gave me a referral to a physical therapist. And so that's what I've been working on. They gave me a list of stretches to do at home, but I do go in the sessions 2 times a week. And it was pretty good. It was mostly just like exercise and um stretches that focus my neck and shoulders. But the one thing they have like they have like these electro massager thingies, and that was my first time ever using something like that. It's like weird. It's like it doesn't hurt, but it's odd because you can literally feel like your muscles being like twitching without your input. Like, it didn't feel bad, but it was odd. And it was like weird because when the therapist turned it up, it was like it almost felt like I was like hunching, like when you like tighten your shoulders and like bring them close to your ears. But I was like, it almost felt like that involuntarily, even when I was like focusing, trying to make sure that I wasn't doing that like unconsciously. But that's just how it feels. It's odd. I hope physical therapy helps. I do too, because this was the thing that was bothering me all of last year, and it was really unpleasant. And I'm like, I mean, I work a desk job, and a lot of my hobbies are sitting based, but like I'm trying. I am trying, and none of it is helping. So I hope that I can get some relief. Most of the time I'm fine, but it just comes back like every few weeks or so. Okay. This needs to be adjusted a bit. Sorry, I thought I heard something. I'm literally like a cat. Like, here's small noise, whips my head around so much my model goes to sleep. Okay. I want the lid to go all the way up. I think so. And in this, oh, this needs to go over like this. Yes. Budo! I hope Budo is doing so good, and Budo needs to be nicer to his mom, but also he can. I'm also the opinion that Budo can do whatever he wants forever. He is such a sweetie. What even when he's not, he's still a sweetie pie. Yeah, I have a cat now, but birds will always be my bias. I will always be a bird nerd. One of my first one of my first pets was a cockatiel, and she was She was my best friend. I really loved that little bird. She was a sweetie. She was also like exceedingly unathletic, which was funny from a bird. Like she could barely fly. She flew like how you would imagine someone who got turned into a bird and only knew the basic idea uh of flying, which is to flap your wings really, really hard. Oh yeah, sorry, I do not have a song command because Mix It Up got rid of its Spotify support. But I will write it in chat. This is one of my favorite songs. Do you still have doves? No, I rehomed them because so I got doves, you know, to be my pets, like to be my companions. And they were not hand tame like at all. So um and I like had them for like 5 years and was like really trying my best to like befriend these doves. Because like the first thing was that I was supposed to get a pair, and then they ended up being both male. So then I had to like get separate cages for them because they were fighting all the time. And then they weren't hand tame, despite what the breeder told me. And so they were not friendly at all. And I tried my best. I tried for like 5 years to see if I could befriend these guys, and they never they never really warmed up to me. So I ended up rehoming them to a nice lady who but they were going she was gonna get them some birdie companions and they could just spend time with other birds like they clearly still wanted to. Hi Ashley! Hi. You finally have gotten your first the first for you that belongs to you. Boing, 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 boing. Okay, that looks pretty good. Boing, 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 boing. I also let's see here. Let's take all of this and this. I smile. I used to not add I smile because like when you get to face tracking, when you smile, you naturally squint anyway. But I realized that I do actually like the effect that it adds. And then you can also have a smile when your eyes are closed, which is nice. Oh, this needs to be put. When I'm completely bonkers. Okay. Yeah, the only thing I'm going to have to redraw the shine so that it goes all the way down. That looks pretty good. And let's do this. Wait, before I delete it, I want to make sure that it actually lines up. Because this should be perfectly centered, but sometimes... I think it looks good. Okay. So I can delete the old version. And then all of these, move this to the other eye. Oh, wait, I have to do this first. Change. No. It's just that easy. It's just that easy. Okay. What do I want to do next? Browse? I always have to remember which way is left and right because it's supposed to be the model's right, not your right. Okay. And then do this. Hmm. Can't really. You can't really. I'm trying to do like a sad eyebrow because I've realized that if when I when you rig, very often you have to decide whether or not your eyebrow is going to be a sad or a angry when it goes down. I usually choose angry. Um, but I've kind of found out that if you make the eyebrow go sad when you frown and your eyebrows are raised, then that gives you more expression options. But dot eyebrows are, I'm not sure how to make this look sad. So there might be a sacrifice to the expression. Oh wait, no, I could do it if I do it like this. Hi, Nimble Bubble, welcome on in. I'm glad you approve of my playlist. Okay. Okay. I think that'll be serviceable. I think it'll once I get the mouse working, it'll translate better. I hope. Okay. Oh yeah, I realize I do this every single time I rig. I copied the eye over too early because I still have stuff that I need to do with this eye. But I'm too eager. I could just copy everything over. I have like such a workflow down at this point, like going on autopilot. Okay, now I take this bad boy. What? Oh, doy. Okay. Oh, let me get more of these bad boys. Wait, does this happen? It does not. Okay. Oh, this one is too far. A little too exaggerated. Okay, now I do this. Okay, now I have to do this. This. Doesn't do that. Okay. Mm. Okay. Oh, another thing that I want to do. Oh yeah, that's squish. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. Oh, ooh. Okay. That will have to be adjusted. Hmm. That's pretty rough. Yeah, actually, I think it's the up in general. What I might have to do is just do a gradual thing. Oh, never mind. That might actually be fine. No, oh no, that is not fine. For the mod's sake, I am not a bot and trust it's so funny. Hello, dear. We have arrived at the bot from the bot mod union, and we have a few questions for you. How often do you feed your mods, and how clean is the mod basement? Thank you for answering in advance. If any mods want to tell me a different story, please speak. Or for now, forever now, hold your peace. I uh, I I do all the modding myself. There are no mods in the basement. It's just me. I'm in the basement, and it sucks. Please help me. Yeah. No, it's fine. It was funny. I need to stop this disaster from happening. Yeah, I don't have a friend who comes consistently enough to my streams for me to feel like, oh, you will actually be here to like help me with mod stuff. Okay, that looks. Oh. Mm. What I think I want to do is do this. No, select the whole thing. I might actually be able to do this. And then the eyelid specifically, I take. then hopefully, nope, it's still happening. Vixie! Hi, Vixie! Thank you so much for 37 months. That is 3 years subs. That is crazy. Thank you so much for your loyalty. 11 more months and you'll qualify to get a free water bottle. Okay. Okay. Womp, womp, womp. That looks pretty good. Okay. Okay. Now I take this and do this. Hmm. Okay. I close. Oh, is it the... No, it's just doing that. Why are you doing that? That is not where I put you. Okay. No, this should not be happening. Oh, wait. This...
Alert! Alert! We have an ad break incoming.
Thank you, Moni. You heard the computer. Ad break in 5 minutes. Even though it's more like 6 because the countdown is 5 and then they don't start for like another minute. I just wish that when they actually say when it's the ad break starts, it just actually just starts. Like, if you're gonna bother giving me a like a countdown, I would like if you just made the countdown like accurate. Oh, I see what is happening. I understand now. I understand. I understand everything. Get rid of all of this. This has to be like this and also have more points on it. Now I can put you here. Here. Mountain goat's good. They were correct when they picked that name. They really are the goat. They knew that in like 10 years, the goat was going to become a form of slang to refer to something that's really, really good. And it was like, we can see into the future, so we're going to pick the name the mountain goats. So you know, we were always on top of it. Okay. Is that everything? Nothing, not doing anything weird. Yes, 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 yes. Squonk, squonk, squonk. This one, I feel like is a little harsh. The eye open wide with the smile is it always makes the model look crazy. But that's awesome. It's awesome that you can look crazy. I enjoy it. Okay, I think nope. Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. And then brow, yes. That all works. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. Okay. Now I think I can be good to copy this eye. I was too eager before. I copied the eye over too early. But now I think we should be good. Let's go. R. Goes to eye. R. This goes to brow. R. We have an ad break starting soon. I will be getting up to stretch, and I encourage you all to do the same. And there, it works. I don't have to rig each eye. Yes, okay. I think I'm happy with that. And the brow works, yep. Hmm. This is squishing the light a little bit. All right, ad break is starting. We will be back in just a second. Look at my cute ad break screen. we back. Yeah. Oh, music. Oh, yeah. We're only going to be streaming for like another hour, but I knew from the beginning that this was going to be a very short stream. But I haven't streamed for 3 months, so I feel like that's like a good way to like get back into it without putting the pressure on myself that I have to do like really long streams immediately after coming back. I could listen to the Portal radio song forever. Me too. That is one of the reasons why I made that the ad break song, because it's like every single time I play Portal and I like find the radio, I will literally just sit there and like dance as Chell for like 5 minutes. So it's like, surely if I can listen to this song for nonstop, then everyone else can, and they won't find it annoying, right? I will say though, it's one of the things that I didn't do in time for my debut, but I am planning on remaking my um ad break screen. I'll probably work on it on stream sometime. Um because I wanna change the theming from like an office break to because usually when I get up for an ad break, I'm stretching. So I want to do like a little like 80s aerobic exercise like scene with all the mascots and they're wearing like colorful leotards and stuff. That's a thought that I've had that I've wanted to do for a while, but I also I have to do it now because one of my mascots got redesigned. So that scene has his old design. So like even more so motivation to do the thing that I already wanted to do. Yeah. There's a couple of things. For the most part, I'd been pretty on top of um I was pretty on top of the stuff that I wanted to do before debut. There's a couple of things like the beaker on stream avatars that I just finished today. I was like, I didn't want to put pressure on myself. Like, I have to get all this stuff done. So that got done. I'm debating of whether or not I want to make a stinger with the beakers because it would be cute. But I also feel like 3 randomized stingers is like a good number. Let's get this all set up. Okay. Actually, it's going to be very, very rudimentary, but I should be able to. Might have to turn it on in YouTube Studio. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so I can look around. Okay, let's see how much I. I'm thinking if I can finish. Can I finish math rigging an hour? Especially since I'm experimenting because this is a furry mouth and I do not have much experience. I've done it a couple of times, but I'm still experimenting, figure out a technique that I like consistently think works well. let's give this a try. I'm going to do this. Yes, this, and then this. Do this. Oh wait, no, other way around. Other way around. Yep. This goes here. Yes, yes, yes. If there's anyone in the chat who also rigs VTuber models, pay attention, because I will never go back to rigging mouths any other way, or at least just the setup to rigging mouths. Basically, the mouth skin, you copy the mesh from the mouth lines and then make a shape like this. I think I want to put more over here because I tend to have issues with the corners. Add a little extra with the corners. And then auto connect. And then I'm going to select both of these. Then I'm going to glue them. And I fully admit I don't 100% fully understand glue, but I understand it enough to do these specific things. And then you have to wait, did it? I don't think it binded. There you go. Bind. There you go. Then you you adjust the weights so that all of the weight is on the line. Now, when you move the bottom line, the skin just follows it. So you don't have to rig the mouth skin. You just have to. What song is this? This is I have to click yes. I'll put it in the chat, but this is I Will Possess Your Heart by Death Cat for Cutie. Fun fact, there's a version of this song that's like 10 minutes long. But this is the radio edit version. That's like a normal song length. Oh no, it's only 8 minutes. Death Cab for Cutie, I haven't heard them so like I still love Death Cab for Cutie. Where it's like, yes, they're very like early 2000s, but they still hit, man. It was only like last year that I learned that the singer for Death Cab for Cutie and the singer for the Postal Service is the same guy, and they don't just sound similar, they are actually the same guy. For the longest time I thought they just had a very similar singing style. Sorry. I keep like I feel like my neighbors are doing something, but the problem isn't the fact that our neighbors are doing something. The problem is that um they're like creaking keeps making me think that like someone is knocking on my door, and that's what's distracting me. Okay, and I'm gonna do the same thing. This. Oh no, I'm not hearing any background noise, but I get being detected. Yes, I am just I'm I said this like at the beginning of the stream, but I'm like a cat where it's like if you just hear any noise, I'm just like "Mm." So then I'm like more apologizing for the fact that my model keeps falling asleep because I keep looking behind me so that my tracking gets disrupted. Because I keep thinking that there's someone at my door. Okay. Do this. This is my first time trying this with like a furry mouth, so we'll see if this works. But the concept should be the same. Yeah, I love my chill playlist. It's funny because I have a chill playlist and I have like a more upbeat playlist, but because I inherently like listening to um slower music generally, that I listen to this playlist like 80% more. Did I? I did it again. Nope. Other way around. No, wait, no, that's right. That is right. I was moving. Yeah, okay. I am not gonna finish this in an hour, but at least we'll get started. Actually, do this. Oh wait, I'm doing them together. And then do like a. Why is this little? We're not curling down. You should be curling down. Make sure you don't get scrungled. That is, the scrungle is the danger of all mouth breaks. The evil scrungle. I mean, the scrungle is kind of the enemy of all rigs in general, but loves rearing his head during the mouth breaking. If you're wondering what is a scrungle, you know, this right here it's like this is a pretty subtle scrungle, but if I see a more notable scrungle, I will let you know. feel like handling scrungles was like one of the biggest challenges that I had when I first started rigging, of just like the mesh getting really messy. Stretch this out. Yeah. This mouth rig system works well because you can still adjust these parts. So if you need to stretch the skin out further, you can. But you don't need to rig it to attach to the line. It just does that automatically. Um, this is too wide. I want the front to be like cuter and smaller. Yes, that's a cute smile. Or frown. Lol. Opposite. Oh, let me turn this on. And now, bottom mouth. Yeah, the bottom mouth is just a straight line. It's not a kitty mouth, and it's just hiding under the skin. Okay, I see a little peek out in the middle, but that could be fixed with in betweens. Okay, this is actually going pretty smoothly. Yes, I'm going to need to deploy the chin, because this model has a chin, because with this style, it doesn't really have enough space under the mouth to accommodate the mouth opening. And also, your chin does just naturally expand when you open your mouth. It's fascinating watching you work on this because I know very precious little about rigging stuff. It melt my brain in the same way that watching a secret of magic tricks would. But every now and again, there's a, oh, I think I might sort of understand how that just works sort of feeling. In conclusion, what you're doing is real good. Thank you. I love rigging. I love streaming the rigging process because I personally think it's really, really fascinating. Like, genuinely, it was the thing that got me into rigging, where I was not interested. Like, I've told this story before, but like when I first started streaming, I was fully intending to be in PNG tour just forever. And the only reason I decided that I wanted to be a rigged VTuber is because I watched other streamers rig models, and I found the process so fascinating in a way that was so evil that I was just it 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 like hooked me. The second I saw what actually went into making a VTuber, I was like, wait, no one told me this sucks. no one told me this sucks and takes forever. I want to do this now. And that's no joke, like a significant motivation of why I started um rigging VTuber models. Because I feel like rigging VTuber models is like very like meticulous and tedious in a very similar way that like 3D modeling is. But I've tried 3D modeling and it just did not latch onto my brain. But VTuber rigging, this looks kind of busted, don't worry. But VTuber rigging, it just latched onto my brain and it made sense to me. Once I started working on it, when I first saw it, I was like, wow, this is so mystical. What is this mysterious thing? And I will say, it actually doesn't take that it doesn't actually take that long of like actually messing with the program to um figure out um like what goes into it. But then when you get to that step, then you have to like make a decision on like, oh, is this like for me? Because once you figure out the basics, it's like, oh, that actually makes sense, but you have to do it like 20 million times before you actually get to a finished model. And that's the part where a lot of people understandably were like, yeah, this is not for me. But it definitely is for me because I'm a sicko. VTuber rigging is for perverts only, and I fully stand by that statement. You have to be a real sicko to like this, but it's awesome. What is going on here? I am not understanding. Is that the head? It's the. Then what's this? What the fuck is this? Oh, this is the skin. VTuber riggers talk about skin way too much, but these shits be having skin. There you go. Okay, this. I'm gonna do this. Why are you so big? Oh, put the thing that I didn't want you to put in there. Actually, I might be able to do this. Bats have really long tongues, by the way. I made her tongue really long because bats have really long tongues. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted. I should be good to do this, I think. And if not, I can. Would not be difficult. There we go. Oh, ooh. Oh, I know what I need to do. I need you to do this. And you're also gonna have to do this. Okay, now you can see the idea. Definitely gonna tweak it some, but you can see the concept of an open mouth. It's not scary anymore. I made the molars too high again. I always do this. I need you to do this. But yeah, I like rigging. I like streaming. I looked it up on Holy. Yes, they do. I was like, yes, I was very surprised, and I would not have done this if it wasn't for the fact that I looked it up, and they do actually just have really long tongues. But yeah, there's a that's kind of why I like actually like streaming rigging more than drawing because I like genuinely if someday, and that's already happened like a little bit with one of my friends, but if like someone genuinely says like, "Oh, I started rigging because I saw you streaming it and I thought it was so cool that that's like I would be so flattered because that happened to me. And so if I could be that for someone else, it would make me so happy. Bigger. Yes, I don't know why I made the tongue so small. The cartoon tongue's gonna be big. I literally don't need to be rigging the tongue at the same time as the mouth, but hee hee. I get distracted. There we go. Okay, now I can go back to doing the thing that I was actually doing. I want to move the entire mouse up. When she opens her mouth. That'll give me more space. Looking at it a bit more, I'm thinking maybe a thing more so for some bat species that are nectar seeking, which I suppose would make sense. Ah, yeah, that makes sense. Big tongue basically equals, like butterfly proboscis. Same dealio. Yes, that helps. Now I don't have to push the chin as much because it did look a little. It did get a little long. This uvula is too high. Yes. Okay, that's cute. I sees it now. Okay. Now to do this for the other mouse sheet. Me when I immediately forgot what I was doing. See this here, it's not a big one, but this is a scrunkle. And that is the enemy. We hate scrunkles. Mm. Mm. This is a little scrunkle. Oh, I see something. Something is happening. I might finish the mouth in an hour, which would be really fast for mouth working. I mean, very rough. I would have to like still edit some other stuff, but like getting the base mouth forms in an hour is pretty good. I'm also quite happy with how I split this mouth because this is my first time doing a furry mouth this way. It was using experiences of furry models that I've made before, the troubles that I faced with them, and this one is working pretty well. So here's my muzzle. And this to be big. Okay, that's not bad for a start. Now I need these bad boys. Do this. This. Give me your grin. Okay, that's not bad for a start. It's moving. It for sure is moving. I do want to get that ooh in there. This is gonna be tricky for a furry mouth. I I need to make sure this thing don't get scrungled. The scrungle is the enemy, for sure. In general, but especially. Ah, fuck, man. I'm like, maybe like this? No. Like this? I guess that's not that bad, actually. I mean, this is like extremely rough, but the concept is there. I think I bring this up. Adding the ooh is always a struggle. Well, not always, but very frequently. Be careful. this. Hmm. I oh. Try to avoid um moving the top teeth as much as possible, just because like no anatomically they don't move, but also this is a cartoon. So like I'm not opposed to moving it, but I try to resist moving it for as long as possible. And I need this and this and this. And where's my muzzle? This also needs to this. Does that look ridiculous? Oh, yes, it does. That chin is way too much. Mhm. But the mouth shape looks cute. Maybe I'm pushing the piercings too far down. Those are the only parts that are coming off the head.
Alert, alert, we have an ad break incoming.
Okie dokie. That will be the. Oh! Oh, I need to go. It's like happening. Okay. So before the loud break comes up, let's find someone to raid. I got way too lost in the sauce. Okay, I think I know. Ooh, Okay, I think I know what I'm gonna read. We're gonna read Hell. Eho Hell. She's awesome, and she's also one of my uh VTuber children for one of her models. She has another model, but for one of the models I did. So, and it's the model she's using right now. So go and appreciate my work, but also hang out with Hell because she's super funny and awesome. Yeah, I almost shouted her out instead of rating her. But yeah, I got so caught up in the uh in the sauce, but that's how I am when I'm rigging. Yes. Go hang out with Hell. Go be super awesome. As always, the best ways to keep up to date with me are following my Blue Sky or joining my Discord because I do not have a set schedule. But I really appreciate you guys keeping me company. I'm definitely going to be working more on this model on stream because I'm having a lot of fun, and I do really like showing off my rigging process. I find it very fascinating. I hope you guys too. But yes, we're gonna read out really quick. And I hope you guys have a good evening. And you're awesome. And thank you. Alrighty. Bye-bye. Bye.
They're calling her the pullout empress. Hi, Katya. Hi, gamer. Hey, y'all.